Reading glasses. You can buy them at Myers Street down there.
Did you get next door to see the display?
To a wedding.
Duplex. Nice duplex there.
Well, I can find some coffee here.
It's the same thing.
To be honest with you, I'll say that. Oh, ice sounds it sounds, right? If you want them.
So I would watch on channel.
Dave's been up to the Detroit.
We should go out, what?
Yeah, they're out.
Out Friday night. Yep. Morning. Right. But she invited me to go actually watch it, but I never did.
say him. Yeah. Mine's just like, except I got the original build.
You're the Victor Johnson.
Mine is Johnson Group. Mine is too. Yeah. Got it from John Corey. Anything. It's the only thing I ever got from John to work on. When he gave me a couple of steers during it.
Good morning, sir.
Right there, that movie. Wow, that looks terrific. Isn't that nice? Do that, there's nothing on it, there's no original. It's just all the, you take the real expensive, I think it was $4, but it's worth it because there's a damn movies. Yeah, they look like Mickey Mouse after these.
Dennis and Randy are nice too, but
Easier to use. This is so, it took me like that. From the time I put it on to the time I sleep.
and there's no connectors to each letter. See, that's
It's just all those guys, nothing else. I think you're nice.
Picture what?
When the cylinders go in the back.
Oh, I have some here with me.
Yeah, if I would take a picture showing the cylinders in front of it.
There, I'll make one right there.
Okay, what?
Well, I've got one more here. Is that all right there?
You see, I made good. I thought I would have two, but I can wait, Bessie.
I'll be taking it out pretty quick. You're not going to use it now. I'm going to hide that. I don't want to
Okay,
see
good.
it.
I don't blame it. I don't blame it.
I don't know how. Maybe they don't get that.
What kind of machines next year?
Well, this year, 1990, has several significant things that deal with his 90th anniversary for the commencement of his own company, the Consolidated Talking Machine Company. We honor him with our display. It is the 100th anniversary of the Edison doll, and Bessie gave us a very nice dissertation this afternoon on the phonograph doll. It is also the 100th anniversary of the Martini reproducer. And if we had been able to have a healthy member in Bo Brock, he has just had pneumonia and could not get here, he would have brought a Martini machine. We have things all fixed up for him, but he called the night before the convention and said that he could not himself come, but he would send this machine and we would take responsibility for it. Yeah. So I said, well, let's wait till you can bring it yourself. So I appreciate his willingness to do that. This year is the 90th birthday of Queen Margaret Mary, one of my favorite people. She thought, she being a commoner when she married George VI, that they would have a comfortable life going from manor to manor until his brother abdicated for that lady that he loved so well. Records we have in our collections about that. And she was quoted to have said when she found out that they were going to be king and queen, well, I guess we shall just have to make the best of it. I admire it. It's her birthday this month, as a matter of fact. Now I'd like to turn control of the, I'm sorry, one more thing. We have some thanks I want to be sure and express. We had excellent presentations. As we said, Bessie gave us a presentation this afternoon on the phonograph dial. We also had Bill Hunkins, who gave us a lengthy and pleasant. I saw people in there just relaxing and kind of floating away on the history of jazz. And we had Don Gaffel giving us an excellent presentation on Edison. I surely want to thank you for those presentations. We also want to thank Ken and Johnny for a lot of work. You do not have any idea the stress these guys have gone through. And I've kind of been there when they were suffering it, so I've seen it. But I really appreciate that. Jan and Glenn have done an excellent job, as have Robin and Joan. Joan helped us with our displays in here. She has a knack for that. She put up our Susan display on Memorial and did a lot of suggesting, support, that sort of thing. A lot of smiles, that helped a lot. So I would like to thank all of them. Let's all thank them together.
And also, John Auger would like to thank for his display and handling of the display that's
Now, I'd like to turn control to Dwayne Wilkie, our secretary. You know Dwayne very well, and we're going to probably get to know him better now in the next few minutes. Dwayne Wilkie.
I need some help. I got it coming too. No, I don't need no microphone. Can you hear me in the back, can't you, pretty well?
Yep.
Okay. 6 years ago, a lovely lady sat down with me and she said, you know, we're a pretty well-known organization throughout the United States and Canada and foreign countries, but we don't have a theme song of our own. So she got me to write down a few words. I like to mess around with words, you'll see a little later. She wrote the music. At your table you have a yellow sheet. We're going to ask you all to sing with us, and Floyd is going to accompany us in the singing, and Bessie on the, what do you call that, a squeeze box, the accordion. I'm going to try to lead you though, so please bear with me. The Edison man, we sing the famous man, oh, what he has done. The inventor of the phonograph, comes out my Edison. Drop that and roll up and play a little song. Drop that grand music and to my street. I don't know what to do without it, I don't know what to do with it. That happened 6 years ago, and we still like that old song. Something else happened to me back in 1981. I joined this club and I got to be secretary, and nobody else wanted it, so I've been secretary until this year. Now, some of you asked me why I didn't want to. I think I've had it long enough, and I need a rest. Besides, I got to spend more time on writing poetry. Amen, brother. good. I put my glasses on. This is Phonographic Fever, September 1981. I've contracted the strangest malady for which there seems to be no cure. It has permeated my very being and changed my life, I'm sure. At the mention of Tom Edison, my eyes began to glow, even brighter than the light bulb he invented so long ago. Wax cylinders just drive me wild as I play them night and day on my standard home or fireside with reproducers D and K. 78 RPMs have filled my house and garage. My car sits on the street, and a Victor orthophonic phono stands with Nipper at his feet. I have the strongest urge to buy antiques at least as old as me. And at the flea markets I have found, you don't get them for free. I'm slowly going deaf and broke, but it's sure been a lot of fun listening to the sounds of long ago and enjoying each and every one. It's been along a little bit later, and some of you have heard it, but this is after that statue of Norman Rockwell's, the old prospector doing Dreams of Long Ago. And I thought that'd make a good title for a little poetry. Last night while I was sleeping and dreaming dreams of long ago, TV had not been invented yet, and there wasn't any radio. In a corner of the room there stood an old Edison phonograph with Cal Stewart telling stories that really made me laugh. It was then that Uncle Josh appeared and took me gently by the hand. He said to me, "Big D," said he, "welcome to Pumpkin Center Land." He hitched up his horse and buggy and drove to the county fair. Aunt Nancy packed a picnic lunch, which all of us did share. That night we held a husking bee. The ears of corn I shucked were red. Rather than Cy having all the luck, I got to kiss the girls instead. Some of you guys remember some of these records. I know. I hear you laughing back. I helped Josh take the census. That was last year. It was for me a special treat. When he bought his new automobile, I drove it down the street. He introduced me to the sailor in blue and the soldier dressed in brown. We climbed aboard the old streetcar and rode it round the town. We went to see Jim Lawson's hogs and even swapped a horse with him. I'm not sure who got a better deal, but I do believe it was Jim. Aunt Nancy and I put up the stove while Uncle Josh was standing there. The photographer took our picture, but I can't remember when or where. We rode the Fifth Avenue bus in old New York, where we visited Coney Island too. And in the cafeteria we dined on a bowl of Irish stew. Uncle Josh invited me to come back again. There was so much more for us to do, but just then the alarm clock sounded off and my wondrous dreams were through. Well, perhaps someday I may dream again without a single care or worry. I'd love to meet two more good old friends, Ada Jones and Billy Murray. How about that? This is dedicated to my good friend and all of our friends, John Petty at the time. I'd like to rededicate it to him tonight. That was his prime interest in collecting. He was one of the most knowledgeable men on Uncle Josh that I've ever known, and I'm sure the rest of you will agree with me. How about a little something about Spike Jones? Any of you like Spike Jones records? Okay. This is got only 3 pages long. Anytime you feel downhearted and things look mighty blue, when you could use a hearty laugh, here's just what you should do. Crank up the old Victrola and listen to those dulcet tones of those wacky city slickers and their leader man, Spike Jones. You will hear him howl old Hitler right into the Fuhrer's face. You're not to love old Adolf, he says, is a big disgrace. He'll sing of his sweet Laura and my old flame so fine, and search for Chloe down in the swamp where the little glowworm does shine. Mirandy will pass the biscuits, cocktails for 2 we'll drink. You won't have to wash the dishes, Ma, just leave them in the sink. You will hear the Chinese mule train go at a clippity-cloppity pace, and when Doodles Weaver makes a call, Beetlebaum wins every race. Puppy dogs will sing and growl, it is our for love, as the daring young man hangs by his toes on the flying trapeze above. You will meet his girlfriend, Brownie, dressed in jeans of light blue, and he tells of love in bloom, Yuba plays his tuba too. The sloppy lagoon keeps on a-dripping, and the blue Danube flows green. He tells the funniest knock-knock jokes that you have ever seen. Now, Spike was a mighty fine musician. In 1965, he went to rest. He also played both jazz and swing, but at comedy was the best. Just one more, and this is for Jan. Jan asked me, she said, you know, this is a special occasion. Let's do something special. I said, well, I'll have to rack my brain. I think I've used up all the words in the English language already. But I come up with this. Listen to this, Jan, see if you like it. Phonovention 90. We are here at Phonovention 90, which was held at the Pines Motel, the city of Owoso, where we came to buy and sell. Ken Stokes served as the chairman. I guess Johnny Johnson helped him too. Thanks for a job well done. John Hoggart handled the displays with help from everyone. We hope you all enjoyed the food, which was cooked and served just right. Jan Bullock set up the program for the banquet here tonight. There you are, sweetie. To all of the MAPS members who helped while they were here, our helpful thanks we give to you, and we'll see you all again next year.
Better, haven't you? Yes. Now, Paul Ladd, I think, has a few lines for us. Paul?
I thought I was in the middle of the program. This must be half over. Well, they got me up here to try to get you guys cheered up, because I think the next thing out here is going to make somebody cry or laugh. But anything, all I have is a bunch of one-liners to help me out with it. This actually happened. We come into town. We had never been here before, and we couldn't find a place. And I had a couple issues back of the Pine Motel. Judy's with me, and she always comes up with some idea. She says, Paul, why don't you stop and ask somebody where this motel is? So I come up to the red light down here, and there's a guy just a little bit older than me, might have been about 65. And I said, hey, buddy, I said, where's the Pine Motel? Scratches his head and he says, you know something, fella? He says, I remember on Friday nights, we used to go down there and watch to see who rented the room. I said, whereabouts is this act? He says, I don't know, the town built up around it. It's down here somewhere. we left that red light and went to the next one. We're coming down the street, and there's a girl about my age, about 19 to 23, somewhere in there. She's got a sharp outfit on, and I just rolled down the window and said, hey, sweetie, I says, Pines Motel, where at? She looked at me, she said, what room? Okay. So we stopped at the filling station, and that guy got us here. So now we're down here. Wait, I don't know if we should have stayed or not, but we had a good time. We never got the phonographs here. We got here late, and I think everybody knows that. And we did get to meet everybody and walk around and talk about this, that, and everything. We talked a little bit about Uncle Josh and John Petty passed away, and I'm talking to Wayne a little bit. And I said, geez, I had some things that I wanted to tell, and one of the things I brought up, and the thing I was talking to Jan over there is what's that? And well, Edison did perfect the light bulb. A lot of people think that Edison invented the light bulb. He didn't do that. He perfected the light bulb. But if it wasn't for a friend of his and a friend of ours that signed the Constitution, a guy by the name of Ben Franklin, this would have never happened anyway. It's the night that old Ben was out there flying that kite. Now it's raining. You got to picture this in your mind. Hailstones are coming out, it's raining. He's got a hold of this kite, and he's got this wire hanging down, and lightning strikes. You know what the guy does next? Hey, he yelled to his wife, hey, Bess, yeah, come out here, you're going to get a charge out of this. He tried to hand her that kite. But that went on, and Edison went on, and Uncle Josh got here and a few other things. And at the last convention, I was talking with our friend John Petty, and John was an Uncle Josh expert. In fact, I learned a lot of what I know about Uncle Josh from him. And we got off on Uncle Josh one day, and we were at Clare. It was running back at Clare. And I told Uncle Josh, we both belong to the same church. He was Methodist, and so am I. And I said, I remember the blizzard of '78. I don't know if Michigan got as much snow as Indiana got, but the blizzard of '78 buried us. And I live about 3 miles straight down a country road from our little church. We got a little picture postcard type church with a steeple and it had your lights on it and everything. And the snow hit and nobody could get out of their house. The minister just lives next door, so naturally he's there right now. There's one guy that I don't think has ever missed a day's church in our community there. He shows up. He's the farmer that lives just back of the ball there. The minister looks around a little bit and he says, well, Mr. Zinn, what do you think? Nobody's going to show up? We go on with the show, or what do you think? And this old farmer looked up at him and he says, well, he says, when I go out to feed the cattle, if there's only one cow comes in, he says, I always throw some hay in the manger. The minister said, okay, I'll go along with that. So he just got up, turned on the light like I got here, and he put on one of them hail and brimstone sermons, and went on for an hour and a half. The guy sitting right in the front, and he said, what do you think of that, Mr. Zinn? And he says, well, minister, he says, whenever I go out to do the chores and only one cow shows up, he says, I don't throw in a full bed. Oh, what else did we ran by put in? We just come back, we was talking about stoves. Uncle Josh putting up the stove. I get a picture of this because this is part of my life. I do some things strange. I drove a race car for about 20 years, and I've been involved in the construction business for 35 years, so I've run into some pretty ornery hombres. But one of the things about 10 or 15 years ago was skydiving. Anybody around here skydive? Jump out of airplanes, act silly and stuff like that? They talked to one of my friends into skydiving. And they give you, about 2 weeks just showing up and watching people jump out of airplanes. And they counsel you a little bit and everything. And they say, now, you can't go wrong because you got 2 chutes. You got a ripcord here on the front chute, and this one down here is the back chute. So when you jump out of the airplane, if one don't open, the other will. Never fails. Nobody's ever complained. So this guy gets in the airplane. They get him up at 10,000 feet, and he's afraid to jump out, so they kicked him out. Counts to 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Nothing. He's looking down at the ground. 2, 3, 5. Nothing. The back chute don't even open, and he's looking down. And about that time, there's a guy on a back porch here, comes jumping off that back porch like Superman. And he's going up in the air that way, and this guy's going down that way. And they meet at about 5,000 feet. And the guy with a parachute looks at the guy and says, you know anything about parachutes? And the guy rubs his eyes and says, no, you know anything about gas stoves? You okay, the hook? Good. That's to me. John?
Len Bullock was supposed to do this and can do it much better, but without Len, we'll try this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed fortunate this evening to bear witness to a public demonstration of a most remarkable invention. Scientific American magazine has pronounced it the miracle of the century. I am, of course, referring to the Edison speaking phonograph, presented by Robin and Joan Ross, Edison jobbers of the National Phonograph Company of Orange, New Jersey.
Well, you know, we just arrived here. We came by train, and we had a very delightful trip, I must say. And as I said, we're doing our Midwest tour, and here we are in Michigan. This is wonderful at the Pines Opera House, and it's just filled. What a tremendous event, and I know you're just waiting to hear this new invention, the speaking phonograph. I'm sure many of you have never heard it before. Well, let me tell you, while my husband is preparing a bit, you know, just before we came, of course, he toured the Edison factory because, of course, he wanted to give you the most up-to-date information. And, of course, you know, Mr. Edison just keeps improving all of his inventions. And while he was doing that, of course, I had tea at Glenmont. And let me tell you, Mrs. Edison is just a wonderful lady. Oh, impeccable taste. I just can't believe it. And the one thing they both wanted us to share with you is their warm feelings towards you. As you know, Mr. Edison was brought up in his youth in Fort Heron in Michigan, and he just really, really feels very fondly towards the Michigan people. And so we're so thrilled here, but you don't want to hear me chatter on about Mr. Edison and mine and tea parties and whatever, even though I do notice you're noticing my new Eastern fashions. But anyway, what I would like to do is introduce you to my husband, a jobber for the Edison Phonograph Works, Mr. Robin Ross. Let's give him a great
Our show is going to present the marvelous invention. Again, Scientific American proclaimed it the marvel of the 19th century. For your amusement, for your amazement, for your gratification, for your electrification, for your edification, we present to you the Edison speaking phonograph. Yes, it's a marvel of the age. You'll notice that the clarity of the tone, the absence of harsh distortion that is often found on inferior products, the Edison brings to life the bands, the symphonies. It's a machine that can laugh, that can talk, that can sing. It even has the ability to bring back the voice of our dearly loved ones. Now let me have you witness for yourself the magic of the Edison speaking phonograph. You'll notice that in this demonstration of the Edison 2-minute phonograph, a remarkable clarity represented by the orchestra bells played by Albert Benzler in this prettiest song of all. Just fantastic clarity and presence. It sounds as if the whole symphony orchestra is right on the stage. Perfect pitch. Yes, even the inexperienced person. Well, after all, Edison said that his invention was such a marvelous invention, but of such simplistic nature that even the mind of a child
Would you consider purchasing one for you and your family? Well,
sir,
please do get the touch on this.
I have you assist me for a minute.
Yes,
To demonstrate the simplicity of this machine and how anybody without any experience can operate the Edison speaking phonograph. Of course, Mr. Edison has not been idle for the past 7 or 8 years since this particular invention. No, he's made improvements, vast improvements in the technicality of the machine, making it much easier to operate, and even the sound even more perfect than what you've just experienced here. Now, I want to, well, suffice to say that this little demonstration shall prove to a point that there is no superior product than the Edison speaking phonograph. And this kind gentleman has volunteered to show you how easy it is to operate the Edison phonograph. Remember, the mind of a 4-year-old can comprehend it. Gentlemen, and that you, as people of this witnessing audience, are assured that we have not shown any collusion, coercion, or even any getting together on this little demonstration.
I want that one.
You couldn't even tie the table.
We do have payment plans
Sir, with
available.
one finger, you can operate the Edison phonograph. Your index finger, simply push this lever to the left position.
We should send them on trial basis. Oh, I'm sure you're...
Red Wings, sung by Frederick H. Potter, Edison Record.
The improvements of the sound and clarity are remarkable and astounding.
There once lived an Indian maid, a
Any
child
voice of any person can be reproduced with absolute clarity so that anyone can recognize it. While you too can also record your own voice on the Edison speaking phonograph. One of the few inventions that allows you to talk to the machine and have it talk back to you in your own voice. Truly an astounding achievement. Thank you, sir, for your help. Showing that the Edison phonograph is indeed, indeed a truly amazing invention. Let me assure you, ladies and gentlemen, that I represent not just the Edison company. However, I am not here to sell phonographs. No, I'm not here to sell records. That's up to your local dealer and jobber to do that. I'm just providing you with a program of entertainment so that you can decide for yourself the superiority of this machine. I see a look of a little disappointment in a few of your faces. Perhaps you are the few unlucky people who own some inferior quality machine. I'm not going to name the names of those machines that are on the market,
Oh,
but
those thin records are great.
I'm sure that you know who you are, and that after listening to this fine machine, you are probably considering giving up your machine and trading it for an Edison.
Yeah.
Well, rest assured, you're not alone in that proposition. The rest of you that have not had the experience of listening to an Edison machine and are smiling with delight can be assured that your dealer has some of the latest models available for you to choose from. Maybe you want to plan your own presentation. Think of the fine, wholesome entertainment that the Edison provides. After all, sir, do you know where your children are tonight? After all, at this late hour, oh my God, perhaps they're maybe behind the barn, down at the stable. Is your daughter down at the stable where all the horsemen manure? No.
Run that back again.
They might be at the pool hall. Such sinful entertainment when the Edison offers such wholesome family entertainment. Well, you can invite your family, your friends, your loved ones, your neighbors to an Edison phonograph party. Imagine the thrill and delight of recording their voices on the Edison, playing them back. Truly remarkable entertainment, and those of you that I can see are a little more enterprising are perhaps thinking of maybe charging a few pennies admission to hear the Edison phonograph play a selection and a program of your choosing. For example, I might suggest that you start with maybe a operatic selection, something by maybe Gladys Rice or Anna Kate, maybe followed by a beautiful tenor of a ballad by Will Oakland.
Oh, my favorite.
I might suggest Silver Threads Among the Gold. It's been a very good seller these past few months, and you may want to experience that particular song. Of course, your program would also want to include some of the humorous antics of perhaps Collins and Harlan, or maybe a dialogue by Uncle Josh, Cal Stewart. No library of records would be complete without Cal Stewart, or perhaps Billy Golden. And we can't forget some of the remarkable entertainment by perhaps someone such as Ada Jones in her new rendition of a song just recently released.
In the moon, with a man in the moon were a tune, done by Ada Jones.
This is so catchy. We're just going to be singing it all evening.
It's one of our most popular humorous songs.
You're welcome to sing along and join in.
Maybe an assist to something else of Edison's technology. Take off that voice, ladies and gentlemen. It's a voice that you're going to be hearing more often as this bright young rising star is going to be producing many more records for the Edison Company.
He would fade with each day the silvery moon, away from you, no road.
We had our trips through different states in the Union promoting the technology of Edison phonographs are often amazed by the wonder and awe of people in our audience.
Oh, they're inspired.
But when we come to Michigan, we always feel welcome, and we like to express our appreciation to this audience. A little song.
This is catching on throughout the nation. Oh, and I'm sure it was just written for you and with you in mind. Oh, just think you get your exercise as well. Oh, fantastic.
Could I ask a question, ma'am?
Yes, a question.
Yes. Do you carry one of these like a boom box in your ear? Well, I see they're mechanically, that's why.
I don't quite understand your reference.
Puerto Rican suitcases.
Boombox have a short horn and a... Ladies and gentlemen, we can offer these marvelous machines for as little as $2. For $2, you can own an Edison machine just like this one. In fact, we'll even give it to you free to qualified buyers. Of course, the cost of a less expensive machine for full $25, you can own a lovely Edison. Mr. Edison says he wants a phonograph in every home. The Edison phonograph has the superb tone, the quality that makes you feel that the living artist is standing right before you, singing. Without any musical experience, you too can direct that brass band. You can march that band right through your home. You can direct that symphony orchestra right in your living room. $35. the cost of an Edison cylinder. Practically half the cost of those larger, bulky, flat disc.
That's great.
True.
True.
For 35 cents, the Edison cylinder represents the best entertainment value for your money. Wholesome entertainment for your children, wholesome entertainment for you and your family. Speaking of records, I think we would like to offer something extra in this fantastic program tonight.
Oh, is this when I can offer my treat? I've been awaiting for this all evening. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, we were waiting to come to Michigan because I did talk to Miner, of course, Thomas Edison. And when they knew where they're coming, we were going to do a special program for you. And so think of all the singing duets and think of the favorite of my favorite, for example, is Ada Jones and Billy Howard. Oh, they are so fantastic together. I mean, they have sold records just throughout the nation. They are one of our top recording artists, and for you this evening, with special permission from the Edison Recording Studios, we are bringing them live, right here before you. And there they, I'm sure they're here, Ada and Billy. Oh, let's hear them. Meet you tonight.
I'm sure that I know you.
Although I can't recall your name, I think I know you too.
Perhaps we met in London,
Or maybe in Paris.
I've wined and dined with Curly.
But you never dined with me.
Where can I meet you tonight?
Anytime, any place, anywhere.
Where can I meet you tonight?
On the square, I declare I'll be there.
I'm single.
You're single, let's hear your money jingle.
I'll be there with $15 in my inside pocket. She will have a hot old night tonight. We'll ramble.
And ramble where everything is right.
Now you like me like I like you.
Where can I meet you
tonight?
Now you must call a taxi or else a limousine to ride in trolley cars. A girl like me should not be seen.
But there are always dangers in seeking a machine, and there's nothing so unhealthy as the smell of gasoline.
Well, you're some sport.
That's what they all say. Where can I meet you tonight?
Anytime, any place, anywhere.
Where can I meet you tonight?
I swear, I declare I'll be there.
I'm single.
You're single. Let's hear your money jingle.
I'll be there with $15 in my inside pocket. She will have a hot old time tonight. We'll ramble.
And ramble where everything is bright.
You like me like I like you. Where can I meet you tonight?
Where can I meet you tonight?
Now, my little girlie, don't you keep me waiting till I'm weary.
Where can I meet you?
Just wait for me at Herald Square. You will surely find me there. I'm single.
You're single. Let's hear your money jingle.
Don't you worry, little honey.
Are you there with lots of money?
$15 in my inside pocket. We'll get together for a hot old night tonight. We'll ramble.
And now be sure we're going to gamble. We're going to ramble where the lights are always bright.
You like me.
Like I like you. Where can I meet you tonight?
tour through the United States and present Miss Ada Jones and Billy Murray. Their records have been selling like hotcakes. Now, you'll want to be sure to rush down to your Edison dealer to make sure that you can also have this cylinder,
Right.
Where Can I Take You Tonight, added to your record collection.
Right here. 35
Tonight.
cents.
We have...
I'll take one.
You're on a roll again. Tonight, in addition to this remarkable duet singing, Where Can I Take You Tonight, we have the opportunity to do a special authorized test cleared by Mr. Edison that has never been done before outside the laboratories of Orange, New Jersey. What I am about to do will not be duplicated by any other phonograph company. I am going to compare the voice, the live performance of this song with the recording that was actually made just hours ago by this lovely duet. And we'll see if the comparison doesn't stand up to the claims that I suggest that you will not be able to tell the difference between the live performance and the recording. What you'll want to do is imagine that you are listening to the Edison phonograph with these two performers standing in front of it, singing, and not being able to tell the difference in their voices. Just remarkable, isn't it?
Clear as you go. Not the right one, Rob. It's 4 out already.
Gotta get a victory.
Breakdown time.
That's those Edison's out.
Forgot to plug it in.
You need batteries.
What an enthusiastic audience. I just can't believe it. I enjoyed it.
They're still imagining this.
Yes.
Let the 4-year-old put it on.
Get that guy that couldn't see the table.
I beg your pardon, Bernie. I'm sure that I know you. Perhaps we met in London. I tried to dine with Bernie, but he never dined with me. Well, where can I be tonight?
Nods of approval from Ada and Billy.
I'm single.
This live demonstration proves that the Edison speaking phonograph reveals no difference between the recording and the live performance.
We'll have a hot old time tonight. We'll
You too can have an encore performance of Ada Jones and Billy Murray when you rush out and buy your Edison cylinder for 35 cents. However, I don't suggest you wait too long since there's going to be a rush for getting these records. They're going to disappear, shall I say, faster than a coon in a melon patch.
But there are always dangers in keeping on the key, and there's nothing so unhealthy as the smell of gasoline.
Sounded just like that.
Zachary and Dick.
Beautiful.
Thank you, ladies.
Okay, thank you. It was such a pleasure being here in Michigan. You're a grand audience. I know you love seeing this new invention. We certainly thank you, don't we, people?
Right.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna do one more.
What are we gonna do, whispering hope? Oh, that'd be something. I love that.
Well, this time, I'll be Lynn Spencer, and she'll be Ada Jones. Hello, girlie. You're out rather early. Let's take a walk.
I'll do your bidding if you'll quit your kidding me with your talk.
Why not throw down my work to be with you, sweetheart?
You care all that much to be my ace?
I swear that it's true. I love none but you.
Oh, go on. You don't know what love means.
Oh, girlie, won't you have me?
Have you say, Jimmy? I'd have to be pressed pretty hard to have you.
Well, you'll be pressed pretty hard in a second. Here, hold these papers. I was under a press job myself. That's me line.
Well, you hang on. You got the wrong line.
Well, I might have the wrong line, but I got the right party, see?
But this is a party line.
Well, I know it. I'm the party.
Drop in another dime. Your time is up.
Well, I'd drop all I got to chin with you.
Oh, you would? Would you come a little closer to the phone? I can't hear you.
There. How's that?
Oh, immense. Now, what's on your mind?
Hello.
Oh.
Peaches.
Uh-huh.
Girl up the dial for me.
Sure, but you're kidding.
Hello. Peaches, my little Flintstone bee.
Sure, I have thought of a dandy scheme.
What?
I'll be the peaches, and you'll be the cream. Oh, what a beautiful dream. Hello, peaches and cream. Say, Jimmy, there's a stone goes with every peach. And this peach would like a stone on her engagement finger.
Well, there's a peach of a stone down in Goldstein's window. We'll go buy it.
Oh, I'll bet we will fast and on the run, huh?
It's Maggie, I mean it.
On the double?
No, on the Bowery.
Tell me, Jimmy, who was that blonde lady I seen you with this morning?
Well, that was no lady. That was one of my sisters was married.
I think I'd just die if I got married.
Oh, it's easy when you get used to it.
Used to it, you talk like you knew all about it.
Well, I ought to.
Oh, that settles it. I'm never going to get married.
Oh, okay, I was only kidding.
Then you really want to marry me?
In a minute.
Have you asked my mother?
No. Does she want to get married too?
Oh, don't be silly, but I think she ought to be considered, don't you?
Oh, babe. She didn't consider you when she got married, did she?
Oh, Jimmy, you're all the cream for fair. And all the while I thought you liked brunettes the best.
Well, is you a brunette?
I don't know.
Well, I'll take you out to Coney Island and take you in bathing.
And then you can tell what my natural complexion really is.
Yeah, but I know what it is already, kid.
Oh, what is it?
A case of peaches.
Uh-huh.
Girl, look it down for me.
Quit your kid.
A case of peaches. My little thing's so big.
Sure. Say I have thought of a dandy scheme.
What?
I'll be the peaches.
And I'll be the cream.
Oh, what a beautiful dream.
Say, girlie, let's make the dream real, huh?
Sure, and then it'll always be.
Hello, peaches and cream.
company thanks you. We'll be seeing you next year, perhaps, maybe another presentation featuring Ada Jones and Billy Murray.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, Jan, for coordinating all of this for us very much. I love that hat. Straight off the front cover of Maps a few months ago. Two people that we could not have done without today, I'd like to especially thank, and that is our people who ran our desk this morning and coordinated all that, Dolores Osborne and Maxine Burkhardt. Thank you very much.
Thank everybody for coming and making it.
We really appreciate your coming to us. I wonder if you from out of state would stand and let us see how many of our group is from out of state tonight. Time for the big moment.
On the back of your song sheet is a number.
On the back of your song sheet's a number, and I am about to pull out a number, which I can't see because I don't have my glasses on. But Jan will read it to us.
Number 67.
Number 67.
What number did you say?
67.
You haven't given away the records yet, are you?
You take any flowers that you want off the table.
Get one of those boxes of records?
Oh, no. You have to give them.
You get a centerpiece.
You get a face off that table.
Ready for the next one.
Number 69.
Say it again.
69? That's yours.
Oh, is it? I couldn't see it from up here.
There you go, John.
Thank you very much. I really didn't know that.
Did you announce what they're getting?
Yeah, you announced what you're giving away.
We're giving away the centerpieces on the table. Number 36.
And there you go. There you go.
Anyone who wants.
Oh, this is fun.
Number 27.
Box of records. Hey, Bob, box of records.
Number 13.
13.
13.
There were 12 bases.
Number 21. Anyone you want.
Encore, do it again.
Number 30.
Oh, okay, thank you. That's a pretty one, Julia. I like that.
Number 18. 18.
Oh, you're lucky, right?
Number 4. Number 4.
Last one.
19.
19?
Box of records. Box of records. You have 4 boxes back there.
Okay.
These are for the box of records. Your choice.
Yeah, you can have a box of records or a flower vase on the table. Number 58.
Who's 58?
58. Nobody wants the box of
Trace
records.
a box of records back there.
Either or. Number 64.
Oh, one more box.
Number 50.
Yeah, just be like you. All right.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming, and I hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I did.
I'd like to add my thanks to that and say that we'll be looking for you, as many as you can, come with us next month to Charlotte, where we'll have our meeting. And I would like to say again, thank you for coming, and it's been a marvelous weekend for my wife and me.
John, why didn't you mention about helping Friday? Because a lot of people was here
All right.
last night.
Last night we mentioned that Dolores Osborne would like for as many as can to come by her house near Eaton Rapids on the Friday before our meeting, anytime during the day, anytime after 8 o'clock.
You said before our meeting, the day of our
The day of our meeting, which is a Friday, yes, thank you. And if you can, take as much as you can of the materials, machines, boxes of records, memorabilia, and so on, over to the auction house in Charlotte, the what's the name of that place? The Fairgrounds Auction House. And if you have time to spare after that, before the meeting, Dolores opens her house to you and would like to have you as her guest. So if you could do that, it would be a big help, and it would also, I think, give you a touch with what we're doing. Anything else?
Do you mean go to Dolores and then, to
Yes,
get back?
Yes, if you have time after you...
you don't want to go home, you know.
Just come back.
Just come back to my house. I'll give you a sandwich or something.
You heard that.
Yeah, I'm stuck.
Honey.
Yeah, turkey. Many loaves of bread.
Anything else we should mention before we dismiss tonight? Thank you again, and we hope to see you next month, and especially next year at Phonovention. Good night.